Hey Gearfacts friends, it's not often I'll do a review about a camera, but I did want to show you my new Panasonic Lumix DMC-FZ300 camera. It is halfway towards being an SLR camera, so a good step towards more professional photography for someone like me who just wants to shoot good YouTube videos and go out and take decent photos without really knowing all that much about photography. We'll start off by looking at some photos that have been taken over the last few days with these bright autumn colours, plenty of detail and crispness in the pictures. In this series I'm trying out a few different filters on the same scene. I don't generally use filters, but I have found that they process better at the time of shooting, so if you do feel like you need a filter on your subject, try to use it at the time rather than waiting till post-production. The next series of pictures shows a narrow valley with a very strong contrast between the light and dark areas, and again I'll try out a few different filters to see what sort of feeling they add to the picture. Some of them are quite effective. The filter coming up is called Miniature, and it blurs the top and bottom of the image, as you can see, which gives a nice dramatic effect to your subject in the actual picture. And the frame coming up shows what that tree looked like with no filter at all. Next up we've got this little mushroom. Actually it's about the size of a compact disc, so I thought I'd get closer and try out the macro in pretty unfavourable light conditions, and I found as I got closer to the mushroom the pictures just seemed to get better and better. All of this is happening on automatic, by the way. I didn't change any settings manually at all, and we've got in quite close there with plenty of nice detail and excellent light pickup. This is a zoom photo. It was taken from about 20 meters away from that bird. And this one was probably taken from about 7 or 8 kilometers away from this plane. So a very good zoom and very good stability. This is from about 5 kilometers away, and it's a little hazy over the town, but it was that kind of day. Changing some settings manually you can get richer color like this though. These next photos were taken by my 11-year-old daughter who has no experience with photography and no experience with this particular camera, so she just went ahead and came up with glorious photographs like this one. Panning videos like this look a little bit fuzzy as you move because of the interlacing method, but this does allow us to shoot at 50 frames a second, and if you're pointing straight at your subject you get beautiful clarity and smoothness. And this is a good example. Our subject isn't moving all that much, but the background is, and you can see the difference in clarity. Image stabilization works well too. You see me looking directly upwards here as I walk along a very rough track. Movies can be started at any time by pressing the red button there, as I mentioned, so there's no need to rotate your dial around to movie mode. Half press on the main button here will focus your pictures in, and a full press will take the picture, zoom in and out using the lever, and I really love these FN buttons here, functions. You can see function 1 and function 2 there, and also there are functions 3 and 4 located on other parts of the camera, and these are shortcuts you can set up to all kinds of features. Over on this side we've got our rotary control there. I always leave it on automatic. Occasionally I'll use some special effects, but really you've got quick access to movie mode with the red button on the right there, and for me that's all I need. But like I said, I wanted to share more about this camera because I think there's something here for everyone. Like this, for example, very handy for anybody who wants to shoot YouTube videos or take good selfies. So that can go right round to 180 degrees. And you can flip it upwards if you're taking a picture in an awkward position, and there's a good example of this where I take some pictures of a mushroom on the ground. You can look straight down the viewfinder and still get a nice horizontal angle with your lens. It's really handy to have that feature, and whatever camera you buy, I strongly suggest you look out for that because many cameras have it, and I now think it's indispensable. Here you can see that we're Wi-Fi enabled, and behind this very robust cover here are your wired methods of connecting to other devices. And that includes, kind of well hidden on the other side here, a microphone socket. Very handy for YouTubers, particularly YouTubers who are using audio gear like I am. My only criticism, and this is a criticism of all cameras of this type, not just this particular model, is that the battery door and the SD card door is right on the bottom there. So if you run out of battery or you need to change cards in the middle of filming off a tripod, you're going to have to dismount the whole thing to do that. Really, there's no reason why this can't be engineered in such a way that the battery and card can't go in through the side. But I'm open to being informed if anyone knows of a real reason why the battery and card have to go in through the bottom. I've used well over 10 cameras in my 9 years on YouTube, and all of them have kind of frustrated me in some respect. But with this one, as I said at the beginning of the video, everything just seems to work, even with my minimal photographic knowledge. Now I'm shooting videos in nice high definition, 50 frames per second video with gloriously clear sound. So what's not to love about the Panasonic Lumix DMC-FZ300? Thanks for liking, commenting or subscribing, Gear Facts friends, particularly with the comments, because I'm always up for knowing more about photographics, and if anyone's got any special tips or insights about this particular camera, I would be only too happy to hear them and talk about them further on my YouTube channel, Gear Facts. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.